Be sure to check out my Veve and Omi investors group in the description down below. Together we build generational wealth and go over everything you need to be profitable in the Veve markets. Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another Veve and Ecomi video. Shout out to Crypto Show 84. He actually put together all the clips of Alfred Khan speaking about Veve in this interview. Whatever this interview is, maybe it's a proposal or something. I have no idea what is actually going on here. But this is when Alfred Khan actually reveals that Veve is working with Niantic. He revealed that there's some Harry Potter stuff coming. Like he's revealed a lot throughout this interview. And if you don't know who Alfred Khan is, he's the guy who founded Pokemon and all that stuff. Like he's really the OG in licensing, and he's the reason that Veve has been able to accomplish a lot of what they've accomplished alongside David Yu. So yeah, we haven't actually covered everything that's throughout this entire interview. So we're gonna be checking out the whole interview that's publicly available right now. And yeah, like let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn notifications, and yeah, let's get it, Joe.
And that's the point. The point is, how do you instill that kind of gestalt in terms of these companies? I think there are a myriad of ways to do it. A myriad of ways. And the good news is, today, we have the ability to use the internet. We have the ability to use VODs. We have the ability to do things that we couldn't do before. And one of the things we're going to do is really give kids free digital assets.
I want to point out how key that is, that what he's saying right now, because this should give you insights into your investment. This should give you insights into how Veve is thinking. What he just said is very, very important, and I'm gonna let you hear that again. I'm gonna let you understand how this company is thinking and why I'm so bullish on this company. So hear that again, because this is key already. It's like it's a few seconds in and he's already dropping gems into mindset. So that's what you have to do. You have to listen to the mindset of the people leading your project, because that is what will help you become a lot more bullish. That's the stuff that I look out for. Like anybody can write some negative comment in the comment section and say a bunch of idiotic stuff. But when you actually hear the founders speaking, how they're speaking, it's different.
We have the ability to use VODs. We have the ability to do things that we couldn't do before. And one of the things we're going to do,
we have the ability to do things that we couldn't do before. He's talking about this new technology, where the world is going. He's looking at where we're going in the future. That's what he's looking at. David Yu, Dan, this is where the team has been looking at for years now. They knew that we were going to move here. And back then, when they first started, like 2018 or whatever, it was very speculative that the world was going to move there. But they had it in their mind. They felt like that was going to happen. And then what's happened right now is the world has started moving exactly where they thought it was going to go. Which means if that thought was true, if that plan was true, and they was already putting it into action, how much more of their plan is true? How much more of what they see is true? We already know they have a history of being years and years ahead. They have the team supporting them to get to where they need to go now. And then they have the partnerships in place to do something incredible. Like this mindset of them actually knowing more than we know, it's insane, because a lot of us just found out about NFTs within the last couple of years. When we was just finding out about NFTs, they were securing deals for it. Like you have to kind of control your opinions sometimes. I feel like you have to control your opinions and understand that you're a beginner. It does not matter how much research you've done. Like none of that matters, because this company, the people on this company, they've been seeing forward since before we knew what any of this technology and stuff was. Well, most of us. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some people, oh, I got in here in 2013. Like, okay, whatever. But yeah, anyway.
We're gonna give kids free digital assets. We're gonna give them a chance to sample this thing on a worldwide basis and get them really excited about what this is. But the other side of this is the first confluence of games. I told you how important games are. Games and collectibles coming together.
Games and collectibles coming together. And what are there rumors of in the community right now? We've heard the first signs of games should be coming soon. Like that is what we heard. It's just a rumor. No one from Ecomi or anything has confirmed this, or Veve. No, there's been no confirmations about this, but we're hearing a lot about the game side of things. And this right now, based on what he's saying, this is about games and collectibles coming together. That's all experience based. And it's easier to make a game than it is to make a metaverse. So keep that in mind as well.
Because the driver here is going to be the gaming. And that games and collectibles coming together. Because the driver here is going to be the gaming.
He just said the driver here is going to be the games. So Veve's biggest plan, like what they're going to be focusing on, the biggest driver here has always been the games. And that's the one thing that hasn't even been in sight. We haven't seen anywhere near it. Like we've seen nothing. Like the gaming aspect is what they've considered, what they thought would drive this whole thing. So literally this entire time, everybody's wondering, yo, are we too late? Is it over with? Stuff like that. Oh, is it a scam? Like it hasn't even got started yet. It hasn't even got started.
Games and collectibles coming together. Because the driver here is going to be the gaming. And that we're going to develop all these wonderful games, treasure hunts. Remember Pokemon Go? We're doing our version of Pokemon Go with the same team that did Pokemon Go. Imagine having to find collectibles, every place you live, and then you can either buy them or maybe you get them for free, depending on how lucky you are.
So you can find collectibles everywhere you gotta go, and you can get them for free. Like you can get them for free, or you may have to buy them if you're lucky. Like it's like it depends. But the key thing here is the experience. They're planning for the experience already, and they've been building out the experience. And I don't even know how old this interview is. I think this interview is from around 2018 or something. I think this is a pretty old interview. So if he's talking about they're working with the Pokemon Go team, and this was 2018 or around there, I mean, that says a lot. I'm not surprised that the game would be, close to coming out now.
Mattel with Barbie, right? How many girls collect Barbie dolls? A zillion of them. We're going to give them a Barbie doll encrusted with $1 million worth of jewels. You want your $1 million Barbie? How many people can get a $1 million Barbie? No one. And those originals will never be sold. We're also working with famous people like Stan Lee, who's going to do Marvel pictures for us based on his favorite characters and sign them. So almost like there'll be actual pieces of art that you can actually purchase, and actually then they will go up because there'll be much less availability once they sell that original pieces out.
They got a whole plan for all this stuff, man. A whole plan. It's just to see that everything is going directly according to their plan. It's insane. And I think people really sleep on how much they've been able to accomplish, how forward seeing they actually are. And for people to come into this project, do a few months of research and start comparing yourself to even YouTubers is ridiculous. Who does, like, we look at this stuff all day, every day. But then to be claiming that the team is incompetent, claiming that the team should be doing this, should be doing that, and you have no idea of the entire vision, it's just like the ignorance. For somebody to invest, if I put my money, like I would be a fool to put my money somewhere where I think I can tell them how to better spend my money. Like, why am I not doing it myself? Why am I giving my money to you if I do it better? It's like what type of, this is what I mean by so many bad investors in the community. And of course, the bad investors don't want to hear that they're bad investors, but it's a fact. If you invest in something that you think you can do better, then you lack confidence because you should have invested in yourself. You should have invested in yourself if you could do it better. But if you do make an investment, you should know that you can't do it better, and that you trust these people doing it to do it well. Like, that's the only way that someone should get your money, is if you believe that they will do the job well. It's really that simple. It's really that simple.
We're going to have games every day on the site that are going to be like trivia games. You know how big trivia games are? And the idea is that the trivia game might be based on a specific character. It might be like Star Wars. And if you get the trivia game right, you get a Star Wars collectible. But also, you get...
This is actually similar to what I said, but it's different. I was talking about escape rooms where you make it through an escape room, you could put up your NFTs, and somebody could win it. But this trivia side of things would be fire too. You go through trivia, if you get it right, you get a collectible. That would be dope. That would be a pretty fun experience.
The opportunity to purchase more Star Wars collectibles. But what are these collectibles? What the hell are they? What they are original pieces of art. They're original things that are built specifically for Ecomi. So for instance, with Warner Brothers, we're making a deal for every prop that's in Harry Potter, every prop that's been in Superman, every prop that's been in Batman. You can't buy these props. They don't sell them. We're going to sell a digital asset that's authorized by Warner Brothers, which is the actual prop from one of your most favorite movies.
So they're selling the props too. That this is key, because not only are they bringing in the statues and characters and things like that, they're bringing in the props that was there as well. So we could probably expect the Gryffindor hat, not the hat, but not the Gryffindor hat, but the hat that tells you what school to go to, maybe Voldemort's wand, like, you know, like different things that's within these shows and IP that you wouldn't think of. Like, we already have like the Toy Story truck or the Mickey Mouse hat. Like, we already have some of this stuff. So this is just showing you how deep this plan goes. Like, this plan is pretty insane if you think about it.
We're going to have, so in Australia, for instance, as the market, we will have a separate agent that we'll hire in Australia that will be working for us in Australia. In other words, we'll give them packages and all the information that they will need. We have a worldwide toy company already signed, we have a worldwide video game company already signed. So Blizzard will be replicating launch strategies country by country. But because we're using people in the local countries, launch strategies country-wide video game company already signed. So Blizzard will be replicating launch strategies country by country. But because we're using people in the local countries, they will localize those strategies for whatever their market is. For instance,
so they're planning to have people every country that they operate in, and these people are going to be doing their thing specifically for the country that they're in. Like, listen to the detail of this plan, and this is why Ecomi said before they're likely to sell to someone, they would be much more likely to start acquiring other businesses and acquiring things. This is why. Listen to how well thought out this plan was. Like, do you think that Alfred Kahn just jumped on board for some half-ass plan? Like, do you think that he was just like, they just came up and said, hey, I just want to use your licenses ability. I want to use your license and IP. And Al Kahn said, yeah, let me get out of retirement here. Let me just give you my licenses for no reason. Like, no, this plan, like this, he saw this as something that could change the world. And if you actually listen to them, you know that this is something that's going to have an impact on the world. You know that this is where the world is going. And if you don't know this, then you should spend more time understanding this and understanding why. Look at any of the children in your family and what do they spend their time doing? I don't have to guess. They're on TikTok, they're on YouTube, they're playing video games, they're on the internet. They're on the internet. Like, look at the children in your family. Look at where the world's going. Doesn't matter how much of an old head you are. Like, none of that matters, yo. Like, what matters most is look at the future and what is the future doing. I can tell you what, I don't see the future outside. Maybe it's because I'm in Chicago, but nobody be outside. Like, I don't see kids outside playing or nothing like that. Kids is always on the internet. These games is always having new breaking record sales and numbers and stuff like that. And on these Twitch streams, you always see all these people on these Twitch streams. The youth is telling you where the world is going. If you don't want to listen, that's a you problem. But you can't deny where the world is going because we can visually see it going there. We have been able to see it going there for a while now. So you got to keep that in mind. You can make investments based off of what you believe and what you think and based off of your old school experiences, or you can look at where we're going in the future.
In France, or in England, or in Germany, or in Mexico, wherever it is, we localize the strategies. So with the Ecomi, we'll be doing the same thing. We will have people on the ground in those countries who will be localizing that particular region. Now, on the app, they can do multiple languages, obviously. They can do multiple languages. We can do all kinds of things which you couldn't do, 10 years ago.
So that he's already talking about how the app will be able to have multiple people. The app will be able to do multiple things. And I mean, this is massive. They're thinking about, okay, so they're thinking about the things that they can do with just a simple app. And then they're thinking about the things that they can only do with people in each country. The fact that they're thinking this far ahead, they're getting people everywhere, they're trying to get a team this big, people don't realize that it's going to take time to do all this hiring. It's going to take time to handle all this. And when I made that video about the Ecomi being separated from Veve and about how it's bullish, people start, oh, that means the Omi token isn't needed. Like, as opposed to realizing now Ecomi has a team that can really focus on going hard with the Omi token, getting the Omi token in games, really making sure that this gets inputted in Veve. And then you have the Veve side of things that can focus on the games, that can focus on the stuff that needs to be focused on, the NFTs, the stuff that's going to actually be selling and making the NFTs valuable. Now they can put resources behind both, and both can be working and going hard at maximum capacity. Like, people don't realize, like, they were wearing a lot of different hats there, man. They were wearing a lot of different hats at Veve. Now they're becoming more specialized, and this is very, very bullish. So we're gonna end this video right here. It's still quite a bit to cover. We're gonna go over it. We're gonna have another part of this video. It's just a lot of information to go over and a lot of stuff to talk about. So yeah, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications so you stay updated. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you all in the next one. Peace out, Joe.